Welcome back to another episode of More Than Rust. I know I've been away for probably now at this point 2.5 weeks. I have a very good reason for it, of which I'll show you in a minute. However, you'll notice the Sonest is back in the workshop. It has its WOF, it's all registered, and it's ready to sell. Simple as that. But there's something I say, new to the car. It's a little shock on the edges, but to be honest, I've had my fun with it, and I want to go and work on other projects. So it's literally just sitting in here for dry storage until I sell it. So today we will be continuing with the Rover. I say that like I have been working on it for the past 2 weeks. I have. It's been kicking me around in circles in the workshop for those 2 weeks, and I think it's finally come around to my way of thinking. Have you come around to my way of thinking? I think we have a mutual agreement with the Rover. I will check later on when I start working on it. If everything works, it's come around to my way of thinking. If everything doesn't work, I was wrong. The other thing I've been doing in here a lot of recently is tidying up. Basically, I was fed up with not being able to get to anything or see what other projects I had in here. There was so much stuff just scattered around in random places. Well, I had a clean up. Biggest noticeable difference is one of the cars I mentioned in my original video is no longer here. I'm no longer doing this project. I don't A, have time, B, have space to restore it. And to be brutally honest, it was a little rusty from my, sanity. The car I'm talking about is the red GTO that I had the V6 sitting engine bay. I still have the engine box. I pulled this back out because it wasn't in the car. But the car itself, I had a closer look at the other day. I decided that, I have more, I wouldn't say important projects, but I'd say I have more interesting projects to work on at the moment. Say, given I have the Rover, the other energy show still on my list to do, I thought I'd focus on those and, start there and then see what I would work on. So as you can see, the space where the red-ish, black-ish GTO was is now empty. Apart from these lovely nice blue markings on the floor, which are actually to mark out areas where I'm going to put stuff that's going. I have to raise a sat in one. Does this mean I'm going? God, I hope not. But anyway, as I say, I'm tidying up. So anything that I'm selling, getting rid of, or recycling, or anything like that, is going in here. That GTO is not included in that. That's still a project. As and when I get to it. I haven't quite decided when that's going to be yet. Before I get started today, I need a cup of tea. Oi, tea boy! Yes? Make me a cuppa. You've already had 6 cups today. Fine. I really have more help in this place. But hey, I have tea. Now I have tea. Let's go on with the actual project at hand, which is, again, the Rover. So, last episode, I mounted the radiator. Well, that was the start of a lot of faffing with it, which is why this episode has been delayed for 2 weeks. The result we turned out is the fitting I put in the bottom of the radiator leaked like an elaborate colander, which would have been fine if I was planning to use it for plaster. Not so helpful when using it on my car. So that's been a mission in itself to get that to seal up properly. Probably what we need to take to a radiator shop. I was being a bit angry with it. But I think it's come out to one way of thinking. We'll find out, take a test drive later. Hopefully today. We'll see. Now, apart from that, The other thing I did in the episode before, which was the clutch, also didn't quite go to plan. You see, when I finally got the radiator sorted, so it didn't leak, I then tried to take a test drive, which is why the car's now moved from the hoist to almost the door, which is just behind the camera. It decided that the clutch actually didn't want to disengage anymore. So I went from a clutch that wouldn't engage properly to a clutch that didn't disengage. Which meant obviously I couldn't choose gears, which meant it was not drivable. And no amount of glue in the clutch was going to fix it. So, if anyone's wondering, if you get a clutch cover, do check it's the right clutch cover for an organic sprung centered clutch. Because if it's a clutch cover for a puck clutch, it won't work. It does not have enough clearance to clear the bloody flywheel, which is ultimately my issue. So, the engine came back out again, and the clutch was swapped over again for yet another clutch cover. I have already tested this off camera, and I can now actually change gears. So that's a positive. But I don't think I'm going to bring the camera up and do all this recording to then find out it didn't actually work again. I was not a happy chappy. However, now at this stage, the radiator's in, the engine's in, and mostly refitted together. I've got a crossbar put back in, which I have realised has to stay removable due to the fan not clearing it. Yeah, things are low when you pull the engine again. And that's getting close to about it. Then looking back on the floor, and I can see if it actually moves under some power. I have been experiencing some technical issues with the startup recently, which have been unhelpful, but they seem to fix themselves when I charge the battery fully, so hopefully it's just a slightly flat battery from it being sat around for a while, and nothing to do with the starter motor. Because that'd be a pain to change that now. But, best they got on with fitting this top bar. Oh, and drink my tea, because, yeah, tea's very important in these. See, crossbars back in and the front doors back on. This is actually a different centre section of the grille. I found it in a stash of bits I found while charging up, all things. It's actually in better condition than the last one. It's still got both the pegs on the bottom, and some of this hole here doesn't like anything anymore. I have a feeling something moved on this front end in the numerous amounts of crashes cars had over the years. But it's on. It's all bolted together. And it looks okay. Nothing good, bumps are crusty. But this should now mean the bonnet will close, hopefully, latch, hopefully, and I take it for a test drive. The thing I'm most worried about though is the bonnet unlatching. It's never done that properly, so I doubt there'd be any different. But if it closes, I can at least go for a test drive and everything. See if the clutch works. And then I've got to paint the roof still. The list never ends in this car. It just gets longer. So on to just tidying up the rest of the car and blowing back onto its wheels. Woohoo! We're getting somewhere. So the car's been out. A couple of niggly things, mostly the case of the radiator cap being too tight and it over-pressurising on the system because 16 psi radiator cap with a 13 psi designed engine doesn't mix well. So I changed the radiator cap. That should hopefully fix that problem. The other thing was the clutch wasn't working, but then it fixed itself, so hopefully just a tiny bit of air somewhere in the circuit that's finally napped off somewhere else. But when I come back, I'm happy. Right. Last job on the road before I can actually drive it home and actually enjoy it a bit. And that's the roof. As you can see, I've already masked it off. Did it all off camera. I sort of enthusiastic and did it, got that camera. Whoops. And I've already applied a first layer of thinner primer to get rid of some of the weird divots and other misshapen bits on the roof. Now the current paint job is not a final paint job at all. I am planning literally doing this paint job, sand it back, clean it up a bit, paint it black, and be done with it for now. The end goal is to re-vinyl the roof as it should have been from the factory. However, sourcing vinyl at the moment is a little bit difficult, and I will do a good job of it, which will be when every panel in the car comes off to be repainted anyway. I might as well pull the roof on at the same time and do the vinyl on the roof off the car, because it just makes it a ton easier to get around the edges and tidy it up and all that stuff. And yes, I did just say I was going to pull the panel off the car at some point. It hopefully will make time soon because I've got plenty of other things to do. But every panel of the car is a slightly different shade of white and it's bugging the hell out of me. So they're all coming off, going to be cleaned back, smoothed off, and all be painted in another shade of white. Hopefully the same shade as the other panel of the car, and it won't look quite so odd. But we'll see when we get to that point. So they all put up. Best to go on sanding the roof down. So, once again, painting takes some time. It's probably been about 45 minutes to an hour from when I last message or last did this video. As you can see, the filler primer's gone on all over. I've also then waited for all session dry and then sanded it all off again. Well, 99% of it is now on everywhere else in the car, not on the roof. There is a couple of spots this side that I've actually redone because they were still a slight ripple in them, so obviously refill the primer them, wait for that to dry, and then turn it back again. And finally, they should have a coat of paint on it. Now, if I'm honest, I'm quite impressed with how smooth this filler primer has gone. I was expecting it still to have loads of texture and normalness from where the glue is underneath the vinyl on the roof, but it seems to have taken up any imperfections quite happily, which makes me wonder why they didn't bother painting them from the factory. But you know, let's put vinyl on top of things and make it rust underneath it. Something more fun to do. Well, enough of my ramblings. Waiting time and sand it off again. Hopefully the gigs are close, because I want to drive it today, as in home. That'd be nice. So, this is probably a good place as I to end an episode of More Than Lust. The car is sitting here, the roof's been painted badly, but it's black, which is more than before. And to be honest, I'm going to try and drive it home. I would set up a camera in the car to video that happening, except the mount I have for it I left at home, so probably a little difficult to record a drive home with a full-size tripod in a Rover. So if I make it, I'll probably make another video anyway. If I don't make it, I'll be definitely making a video. I'm probably on the road saying, ah shit, this thing went wrong. But whatever happens, please like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will be seeing you in the next one. See ya. Come on, G-boy, time to go home.